Hi, I'm Elenia Sotelo. Preparing for an interview can be very stressful, especially if you're not used to the interviewing process and you might not know what to expect. You might have questions about what to wear, what type of questions will be asked, and how to make yourself stand out among other candidates. With the help of Lisa Budinger, CEO of the Arizona College Scholarship Foundation, we will provide you with important tips and strategies for effective scholarship interviewing. First, let's look at an overview of the keys to positive interviewing. Practice answering commonly asked interview questions. Setting up a mock interview with a friend or family member is a great way to prepare.
A very popular question is, tell us more about yourself. And what we're looking for is to find out more information about you and who you are. We've gotten to know you a little bit through your application, but we want to dig a little deeper and find out who you are and what you're interested in.
Dress for success. It's important to look professional and to make a great first impression. Plan to arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. You should map out the location in advance to know exactly where you're going. Review your application and research the organization who is awarding the scholarship. Remember key requirements and what's offered in the award.
They'll want to be familiar with what the interview committee already knows about them. They should also learn as much as they can about the scholarship to find out if there are any things of interest to the scholarship provider. Some scholarships are interested in students with specific majors or activities, and so they should really be prepared to play up those things during the interview process.
Now, some of this may seem obvious, but just so there's no confusion, we are going to demonstrate some important interviewing do's and don'ts.
Definitely, you need to dress appropriately. I'd say that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make. This is, a scholarship provider usually tends to be a very conservative office. And so people need to remember it's not a date and that they should dress appropriately. You want the people interviewing you to be able to concentrate on you and what you have to say. You don't want your outfit to detract from that. And so what that means for the gentleman, you want to wear a button-down shirt, a tie if you have one, dark slacks with dark shoes. For the ladies, you want to wear either a skirt that's knee length or longer or nice slacks. Dress conservatively. You don't want to show too much skin. Minimal makeup and jewelry, and keep everything fairly neutral and natural. Long colored nails, that might be fun for an event like prom. You need to remember that a lot of these interviews are around the prom season, and I know that it's very popular and very fun to have your nails match your dress and have something fun and different, but you need to remember that a couple days later you may be interviewing for a scholarship, and if you are then uncomfortable with some of the decisions you've made, that will show in your interview. I know it can be very nerve-wracking, and especially most interviews are not just one-on-one. It's usually 3 interviewers to 1 student, and that can be very nerve-wracking. Quiet your mind, breathe deeply, and just know that we're not here to get you or to trip you up. We just are trying to learn more about you. Email addresses. This is very important, actually, even before the interview process. When you are getting ready to apply for scholarships, and even as you're applying to schools, you want to have an email address that is your name at whateverdomain.com or some variation. It's not appropriate for you to have some sort of cutesy name that you use with your friends. It's also very important that you have a professional sounding outgoing message on your voicemail on your cell phone, because scholarship providers are likely going to call you to confirm your interview time with you.
Yo, 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 you reached Double B, your boy, your man, Big Brian. Leave a message, and if you're lucky, I'll get back to you. Holla back.
You want to put your best foot forward, so that's the time to go ahead and change your outgoing message to be something very professional.
Hi, you've reached Stacy. I'm not here right now, but please leave your name and number and I'll return your call as soon as I can. Thanks and have a nice day.
Say hi, state your name, please leave a message. That's your outgoing message.
Here's another tip. Don't chew gum during the interview. Also, remember to turn off your cell phone or put it in silent mode, not vibrate. Hopefully, these tips will help you prepare for your interview. Now here's a quick practice question. The old common, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? How would you respond?
We're looking for somebody who has a very well thought out plan and can describe what they want out of life. It's okay to say, I see myself with a career and a family in 10 years, that's fine. Or I see myself, I've had students say, well, I want to be a specific kind of doctor and I will have already accomplished my residency and internship and I will be hopefully doing a fellowship at that point. They know the timeline. It's more about that you've researched what you want and you're familiar with the timeline it takes to get there. You know, if you're going to be a doctor, you shouldn't probably say in 10 years you'll be in private practice because you still won't have finished your education yet.
A great way to make yourself stand out among other candidates is to talk about yourself and your accomplishments without bragging. Know what you want and communicate that effectively.
They are looking for somebody with a dedication to their education and with a drive, somebody who has a vision for their future and knows that the path to that vision is going to be a college education and sometimes graduate school as well. We want somebody who is approaching life with what they want out of it and where they see themselves in 10 years.
Following the interview, it's also a nice touch to send a thank you note to show your appreciation for the committee's time and consideration. Apply these strategies during your next interview and you should do very well.